Well, Coach, at first, though, it certainly was a competitive game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm really proud of our girls in a back-to-back playing two quality teams with Montevideo yesterday and Pierce today with the energy the girls played with. And I think, you're playing that top teams and they push you a little bit. I was just proud that our girls were able to match their energy as well and play, like you said, play a good competitive game.
Too, there's many ways to play a game and to win a ball game. There were so many possessions there for Pierce that I thought they were just going to run some clock. They were shooting threes, and they were making them.
Yeah, and I told the girls, give them credit. Obviously, they made some shots, but at the same time, when we got to get back to the place where those shots are contested. And we know that if we're going to be running a zone like we did tonight, that there's going to be some gaps in there, but we want every three to be contested. But like you said, they were just reining them in. Give them credit for making shots, and they hit some big ones.
It's been a couple of games now, and I don't know how many, 4 or 5 now without Rhea Nelson. How has the team adjusted to be playing now without Rhea?
Yeah, I think every girl just kind of realized that everyone needs to step up a little bit more. And I was actually just talking to Rhea on the bench. I said, you being injured is not what we want. It's not ideal. But a lot of our teammates, a lot of these girls on our team are really stepping up in that void. And then when you come back, we're going to really have a great team there because of everyone else really contributing and finding ways to contribute within their role and being an all-star in their role. And I think a lot of our girls are doing a good job of doing that.
I will have to say defensively, the zone and some different looks out of the zone, the trap a little bit, that's been working pretty well for your team, isn't it?
Yeah, one thing what we've got, and we've talked about that earlier in the season, is we've got some length and we've got some good athletes. And I think for us, a lot of times that energy of just playing a little bit more aggressive and a little bit long and trying to get some deflections and steals, for us in ways has been our best offense. And we've told our girls that our defense is our best offense and we're getting hands on the ball and deflections. We just seem to play with a little bit better energy on the offensive end playing in that type of defense.
Let me put it to you this way, and I'm trying to make a point here. I've seen you at practice enough with this team and the girls out there, and whether you're 0 for the season or undefeated on the season, it seems every practice the attitude is always good. The girls are always up-tempo and seemingly having some fun out there playing, no matter what their record is. Can you kind of highlight some of the seniors that are doing that for you in that regard?
Yeah, we've got really good senior leadership, and they do a great job of filling different roles. I think of loudness and energy. You've got Maddie Keekley, who's on vacation this week, and Ellie Heller are always loud and talking and very vocal. Paige Gruber just has a good presence to herself, where she's always making sure everyone knows what's going on and getting everybody involved and talking and kind of organizing everybody. And then you have people with good competitive edge: Jasmine Finken, Courtney Revering, Cadence Bertram, and Nora Schwieters. They all play with great energy, and just every time they're practicing, they're always giving 100%, and they love to compete. And so they all bring something different, and I just think they all fill their own little bit of a niche that, yes, makes good leadership for our senior group and makes practices, like you said, a lot of fun to go to.
There's also a thing, too, to wrap up each and every practice. You have the girls talk. Can you kind of highlight what's going on there and who's talking to who and why?
Yeah, so we bring everyone together. We usually try to make it 9-12, 10-12 thing where we get together, and we usually like to end practice with girls acknowledging their teammates and what they think who they thought had a great practice or did something well. And a lot of times it's, hey, you made me better today, and I thought you really played good defense on me, and you're poking the ball away, and I knew it would become a better ball handler. I thought you were just rebounding like crazy. And it's just a chance for the girls to acknowledge the good things they're seeing in their teammates. And then we also try to end with them just kind of telling each other good practices, giving high fives, clapping it up, giving hugs, whatever they want to do, just to kind of bring some closure to practice. But yeah, it's a good way to highlight, and I think the girls do a good job of maybe highlighting girls that are unsung heroes that maybe aren't always getting the recognition, whether it's the points on the scoreboard or whatever, or the playing time that they might want. I think our girls do a really good job of finding those players and acknowledging, hey, I see the things that you're doing that's making us a better team.
The team played the 3 games down at Cathedral last week and actually played very well. We'll forget about last night with Montevideo, but again, tonight being very competitive. Can you kind of pinpoint some of the players and maybe what they're doing out there and how they're playing and how the team is seemingly getting better, I think?
Yeah, the big one I think for us is Cadence Bertram, just her activity. She's gotten so many hands in the basketball defensively, and that's led to her offense. She's showed a lot more composure, especially in that Crusader Classic, and just playing like the player that we know she can be. When she's locked in and engaged like that, she's a really good basketball player and just a really tough physical player. I think Paige Gruber obviously has been a great player for us for a couple years, but she's really stepped up too and really demanding the basketball more and looking for her shots a lot more. Defensively, I've always been really impressed with Izzy. I think she does a great job defensively, just flying around, getting the ball, contesting, rebounding, doing all the dirty work there. And then, just like I said, a bunch of different girls. Ellie Heller's done great things. Jasmine Finken's done great things. Maddie Keekley's done things. Nora had a great game tonight. It seems like there's a different girl every night that's stepping up and doing something for our team that's helping us compete. And maybe it's not always showing up in the scoreboard as a win like tonight, but you're playing for me, down Rhea and Keekly, 2 players that have been big players for us, playing one of the better teams in the state. I was really proud of our girls tonight and how they fought.
Well, I guess one more, too. What's the update here with Rhea Nelson? What do you think?
She goes back to the doctor on Monday. I tried to kind of will it in her head that it doesn't hurt. You can put all the weight on that you want, right? And she said, yeah, we'll see what the doctor says. So we'll get more answers next week as far as what her timetable for return is. And obviously she's a great player for us, and she does so many things defensively and offensively for us. And so we're excited to get her back in the fold with hopefully these girls and how they've stepped up, continuing to play that way, and then adding her back into the mix.